All right. Louise also touched on her predictions for what we're going to see for the Dow. She said that she didn't really want to commit to whether we were going to touch 20 before we went a little bit lower, but we are getting closer and closer each day. Brian, how are you trading the Dow right now, and do you think we can touch it?
I think we are getting ready to get close to it. Now, the last couple weeks we've seen lower highs in the Dow basically going over the last 10 days, so that worries me a little bit that people are starting to take some profits. But I would be a buyer. If we can hit 19,900 by tomorrow, anywhere in that range, I'd start to step in and buy, looking for us to trade above that 20,000 level up to 20,200 on the futures. If you get bought in and you buy into the market, I'd put a stop back down at 19,700. A break below there, we could see volatility start to pop. So certainly there could be a little bit of concern, so that's why my stop is at that level.
Scott, do you agree, or you think this is all just one head fake right now?
No, I don't think it's a head fake. I think I would have a very difficult time selling this market, giving the momentum. Nobody wants to try and pick tops. I would be a buyer. I would want to be long. I would also want to be a very scared long. And I don't think that this rally that we see is going to last that much longer. You know, I'm not trying to make a political point, but I don't think I would be long, very long the market after the 20th of January. I just think that the market would be very scared at that point. So I would be long until then with stops that are very tight, and I'd be bringing my stops up as the trade started making money. But one thing, Jackie, every trader knows your trading account goes to zero on the first of the year.
That's right.
And so you don't want to dig your. That's right. You don't want to dig a big hole that you have to work all, say, Q1 to get out of.
All right, Brian, final word to you on this one.
Well, I would say the longer-term picture in this trade, I like staying short-term. I think Scott makes a good point about the January 20th date. That's why I sort of have a tight range here in the Dow, just a couple hundred points either way. But I think longer-term, Luis makes a mention about the 1940s and the reversal in the bond market back then. We had a nice bull market for the next 10 or 20 years before rates really started to tick higher. So maybe we're headed into that, where rates are coming out of their lows, ticking higher. People are looking for money to go elsewhere. And it seems like stocks, that one leg higher that Luis talked about, I think is in the cards.
Okay. Let's get the bottom line on this trade before we move on. Brian is buying the S&P E-mini, 19,900, targeting a move to 20,200. Each point in this trade, $5. So he's risking 1,000 to make 1,500.